Hi, I'm Tammy. Welcome to my page. I am an intuitive energy channel, and I'm glad that you have landed upon this page today. So I want to talk a little bit about my sessions, how I hold them, what you might expect to feel and get out of a session. This is 2024 and I am switching up the way in which I bring my sessions to people because I really want to help people move forward. That has always been my purpose and my intention. However, I find that when people come for one-off sessions and then they don't come back, it's a real disservice, because just like going to the gym, you wouldn't go once and then expect to have muscles built, right? So this is about a journey, and depending on where you're at on your journey, of course, that will depend on how many sessions are going to most serve you on your path. And I don't mean this as in you need to be tied into me and coming every month for the next 5 years. This is about 3 block sessions in order to get you out of what you're currently experiencing. So I want to talk a little bit about what you may be experiencing, why you've found this page, and how I can help you through that. So a little bit about me. I've been an intuitive energy channel for the last 3 years doing this work. However, I have been very spiritually connected my whole entire life. However, I have not always listened to my intuition, which has got me into trouble and challenge. And through those challenges in my life, I have learned so much about myself, about the universe, about my environments and how important they are, about the people in which I spend time with and give my energy to and how important that is. I have worked with a multitude of healers myself. I have trained in Reiki, NLP, coaching. Quantum energy healing has come naturally through just practicing Reiki. I really do put a lot of focus and intention on inner child healing, because this was my greatest leaps, timeline shifts even on my own journey. So really quickly, I came from a relationship that was deeply narcissistic, manipulative, controlling. And within that relationship, I found myself becoming smaller and smaller and smaller. My voice got shut down. By the time I came out of that relationship, I went through multiple stages of learning within that relationship. And I have now been able to heal myself and continue to do so, because, we're never truly healed. It's a journey. But I have healed my nervous system, which was the biggest thing that became so dysregulated and affected me on a daily basis. I've experienced anxiety, depression, PTSD, which still I experience on the odd occasion. However, I have all of the tools now in which to move myself through that quite quickly. But it's a very real thing, and if you have experienced any of these things, it can really hold us back from enjoying life. The challenges in which I have faced have been every emotion, that you can possibly think of. I have allowed myself to feel. And this has been the biggest part of my journey, is learning how to feel my emotions and allowing them to flow through me, because an emotion is energy in motion. They are meant to flow through us and be released. And when we don't allow ourselves to feel an emotion, when we suck it up or push it down, however which way we do it, or distract ourselves, which was my biggest thing, was that I would distract myself from feeling anything. I would start to feel uncomfortable or irritated, and I would just go and do something. And, that looked like using tools that were stopping me from really truly feeling my emotions. And when I stopped and allowed myself to feel these emotions, now my emotions are my guidance system. They tell me where I'm at. They tell me if there's something here for me that I need to release from my body. Because when we allow an emotion to remain stuck in our body, this could be an emotion from our childhood, it could be from our teenage years, it could be from our 20s, our 30s, it could be from last week. If this emotion, which is a vibration, a frequency, if this remains in our mental, physical, emotional, or spiritual realm, we are a whole holistic being, and if that emotion is stuck in any of these bodies in which we have for long enough, it will physically manifest as physical dis-ease, unwellness, sickness. Okay, so this is why I really this is my jam, and I'm so passionate about it. So, and this is the thing that has been programmed into us, that it is not safe to feel your emotions. Most of us had parents that didn't know how to feel emotions, and they weren't regulated themselves. So how could they possibly teach us how to be emotionally regulated? Okay, but we're meant to feel the whole spectrum of emotions, from anger to sadness to grief to resentment to joy to pleasure to, and if we don't allow ourselves to feel the darkness, then we truly cannot feel the lightness and the pleasure and the pure ecstatic joy that is available to us if we don't allow ourselves to feel the contrast of that, or the duality of that. So I'm really passionate about that, as you can maybe tell. So if you are feeling stuck, if you are feeling lost, if you're feeling like you're indecisive, maybe your answer to questions when people ask you how you feel is, I don't know. Maybe you don't know how you feel. Maybe you don't know how to connect to an emotion. I can help you with this. Maybe you feel disconnected. Maybe you feel disconnected with yourself. Maybe there's a numbness. Maybe you feel disconnected with your partner. Maybe you have a close experience with your partner and feel like that should have felt deeper. I feel like should be more here. Okay, so that's a disconnection, because if we're disconnected with ourselves, we will never truly connect with anyone outside of ourselves on a deeper level than what we feel with ourselves. It all starts within us. Okay, and everything that's being reflected to us within our relationships, whether it's our partner, our children, our mother, our father, our sister, our friends, the strangers that we come across, every single interaction is a reflection of what's happening inside of us. So, and again, this is where emotions come in, right? Like if you feel angry because somebody's done something, where inside of you is anger residing that has not been expressed? Okay, so that, again, it's our emotional guidance system, and it's powerful and it's empowering. So, and for myself, I came from feeling extremely disempowered. My whole journey has been about becoming empowered, knowing my body on such a deep, intimate level that I can trust my intuition, that I know how I feel, that I know when the energy is off and I don't want to be somewhere. I know when I get invited to something, if I want to say no, I'll say no, and I won't feel like maybe they won't like me anymore. Yeah, so I truly have that depth of self-love and self-compassion, and knowing that coming from self first is always going to have us going in the right direction. okay? Because we're co-creating with the universe. But if we don't know who we are, then how can we have clarity? How can we know what we want? How can we know what we feel in order to co-create with the universe? So you might feel disconnected within not only with your partner, but maybe with your children, maybe with your family, with your parents, with your sisters, brothers, whatever it may be, or your friends. Usually our friends we're quite open with, but then we're closed in other areas of our lives. So I can help you with this. Okay, we build these walls up around our heart, and they're energetic walls and they're very real. And I can help you to release these walls, to let these walls come down so that you can start to truly open your heart, expand your heart portal, and not only give love, but receive love. And this is the kicker, right? Like, are you open to truly receive? Because a lot of us out there are givers, especially mothers. You know, like we give. But we're giving from an empty tank. When we give from a full tank and it's love overflowing, then it feels good. We're not energetically drained. But also, we are open to receive love, as in I can let people support me. I can ask the children to do things. I can say yes when somebody's offering me something. I can take a compliment. Yeah? So these things are so important, and they're actually huge. When, you know, like if we dismiss a compliment, we're literally taking that beautiful energy that somebody's trying to pass on to us, to send towards us. We're literally taking it and throwing it back in their face. Okay, so helping you to become open to receive. Maybe you find it hard to express yourself. So this is another one, right? Like maybe you don't say what you mean. Maybe you feel misunderstood. These are really big, deep ones that can potentially come from our childhood. Even if you're a starseed and you have arrived on this planet and you don't even feel like you belong here. And so you always feel misunderstood. Maybe you always feel like you don't fit in. You don't know where you fit in. I can help you find who you truly are. Remember who you truly are, because it is a remembrance. Okay, and we're an energetic being. We're a light being having this human experience. And when we remember who we truly are, the world, our life is just so different, so meaningful. And, you know, the materialistic, consumerist world in which we live in falls away, and your real priorities come forward. The pillars of life that are important to you come forward, whether it's health, relationships, connection. Yeah? So I can work on these things with you as well. And I guess this is why I like to have multiple sessions with people, because then I can get to know you for a start, and we can work on how to move you forward, how to feel unstuck, how to find yourself, how to remember who you really are and what you like and what your belief systems are, not the ones that were programmed into you as a child that came from the generation before and the generation before and the generation before. This world is changing and our belief systems need a good freaking shake up. So I'm here to help you with that. Maybe you have memories that are popping up from your past and maybe they're on loop. Okay, or maybe there's a person from your past that keeps coming back into your awareness. Maybe you keep bumping into them. And so this is something that I work with a lot of clients as we do energetic cord cutting. It's really powerful and it helps us to release any cords that might be draining us or keeping us attached to that person, that location, that religion, because that's another big one. So that is something that I do in a lot of sessions, and this doesn't cut the cords of love. So we can cut cords with our partners, our mother, our father, our sister, our children even, Okay, any interaction that we've had with someone that may have created cords that are draining us, we can release those cords so that we can be in our full sovereign energy. It doesn't cut the cords of love and connection. It doesn't stop us still having a beautiful connection with that person. So I just want to reiterate that, because sometimes people get confused. But for instance, when you've had a relationship with someone from your past that was deeply traumatizing, cutting cords with them is very, very powerful, and it can shift you in ways that I can't even describe, because it is unique to everyone as well. You may feel heavy. You may feel plagued by guilt or shame or judgment. Maybe you find yourself judging not only yourself but others, which is quite a human thing to do. So if we release judgment of the judging and come into more of an observer space and start to learn about, why am I judging that person for that? Or why am I judging myself for that? Where has that come from? Whose voice are you hearing in your mind? Because I guarantee it's not really yours. I guarantee it has come from your childhood. Maybe your mum said these things to you. You're not good enough, or you're not at the base of it. You're unworthy. Or maybe it was your dad, or maybe your dad wasn't even present, so therefore you don't even know how to have a relationship with the masculine, or vice versa. If you're the masculine and you didn't have a father, or you didn't have a mother. This deeply affects us on so many levels, and it affects everyone in their own unique way. And that's why these sessions are powerful, because I'm not only intuitively guided, but I know the questions to ask to get us there. So I help people with the tools. Within a session, you will experience Reiki, because I infuse that into every session that I do. You may experience NLP techniques that I have learned along the way. I use them within my meditation as well. So there's a bit of hypnotic communication within my meditation that helps you drop into a deeper space of relaxation. It is not, I don't hypnotize you though. I use my coaching. I use the experiences that I have had in my life, which are huge. I have experienced, as I said, I've experienced this relationship that taught me so much, and I am now so grateful for that relationship. And I had 2 beautiful children with this man, and he was my, it was a dream, right? Like it was the dream relationship. And just through us both not dealing with our trauma, it turned toxic. And unfortunately, he hasn't chosen to take that path of healing, whereas I have. And so we are on very different paths, and that's okay. But I have been able to get to a place of forgiveness and compassion for understanding why he is the way he is, why he reacted to me the way he did, why I reacted to him the way he did, because of course I have to take responsibility for my part to play in that relationship, as we all do, okay? Because when we're reacting rather than responding to life, we are coming from our own wounding. But when we choose to commit to ourselves and to our journey and take responsibility for where we are at, then we choose to become empowered. Okay, and it's deeply satisfying, and life becomes very, very different. So I learned that I am worthy and that I am deserving of a beautiful, deep love, that I don't have to change who I am for anyone. That control is not something that should be in a relationship. That a relationship should be interdependent, not codependent, which is something that we've very much been programmed, this codependent style of relationship, and it needs to go because it is not serving anyone. And so now I am in this beautiful relationship that is an interdependent relationship. I am safe to be who I truly am in every moment. I don't have to filter myself in any way, shape, or form. I can discuss and communicate with my partner now how I'm feeling in any given moment without judgment. I know I will never be judged. And likewise, I do not judge him. Okay? Communication is so deeply important within all of our relationships. So I can help with this as well. I have learnt how to communicate in a way that is assertive, because assertion is very important with setting boundaries and knowing what is mine and what is somebody else's for them to deal with. Okay, so we don't have to take on other people's shit, so to speak. So setting boundaries, oh my God. So there's so much that I could talk about in this video, but I use all of these experiences that I've had in my life and all of the healing that I've done on myself in my sessions with people. I have a plethora of knowledge and wisdom and integrated knowledge. So I have integrated this into my life. It's not something that I've just read in a book and I feel like that's true. I have lived this. I have experienced this deeply within my body, my soul, my spirit. And I have been in the darkness of the dark night of the souls multiple times. And I have pulled myself out of that with these tools that I now help people with. So I'm really passionate about these journeys that we embark on as humans, because it is not for the faint-hearted. But when we find someone that can support us and love us and have compassion and hold this space of deep unconditional love with no judgment, then we can truly rise. And that's what we're all here to do, is to lift ourselves up. And this is not about comparing ourselves to anyone else's journey. This is you on you. And I'm going to help you get out of your way so that you can remember who you truly are and you can feel good in your body. You can know what is yours in your body. So I love connecting with beautiful souls that are committed to their path, that are ready to go deep, that are ready to even tentatively, because I don't go deep with somebody that's not ready to go deep. You'll only ever be given within a session what you can handle, what you're ready to release. I use emotional energy release as well within my sessions. A lot of inner child healing comes up within sessions. So if we're led there, then we'll go there. Chakra rebalancing. So we have chakra energy centers within our body, within our physical body and outside of our physical body. I make sure that these are energy wheels or vortexes that should be spinning in a clockwise direction, and they help the energy flow through our body. And if any of these are blocked, which they quite often are, so for instance, we have one in the throat, right? And if you have a fear of expressing yourself, or you don't know how to express yourself, or you feel misunderstood, or you feel unheard, then your throat chakra will be out of balance. So we can bring that into balance, and also we can find what emotions might be lying there or stuck there that we can release. The coaching, everything is intuitively guided as well. So no two sessions look the same, even if you come for multiple sessions, every session will be different. And it's a beautiful, beautiful opportunity to find out who you truly are, to connect with your soul, to connect with your guides, your ancestors. All sorts of things come in within these sessions. So I'm so glad that you landed here, and I'm deeply grateful that you have listened to this video, and I hope that something has resonated. If you want to reach out, please send me a message. I'm always open to any inquiries if you're still unsure that this is where you would like to go. I do have available one-off sessions, and then from there I would like to set a pathway forward if you resonate with my energy, if it feels good for you, because again, like, I might not be for you, and that's okay. But if you're here and you're resonating and you've watched the video all the way to the end, then I'm pretty sure you're resonating with what you're picking up, what I'm putting down. So thank you for listening. I love you so much, and I'm so excited to meet you and embark on this journey with you.